All right, testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. I want to thank everybody for coming out to the Springboro Tea Party's Reaffirmation of the Bill of Rights rally. This has been in planning for a little while, and we've been putting a lot of time and effort into it, and every last penny we could to try to get this bad boy to happen. So if anybody has good favor with the man upstairs, say a little prayer, and hopefully we have clear skies throughout the whole event. Just a quick reminder, if you want some refreshments, we have some drinks and some pizza right up there at the concession stand, so feel free to take a minute or so and get yourself something to eat. All proceeds obviously to benefit the Springboro Tea Party. Okay, we are over halfway through. We're about halfway through our presentation, so there's a lot of good information here. I'm looking forward to watching this video again myself because I want to try to reabsorb all of it and not trying to do all the mechanics of trying to shoot it. So I'm looking forward to watching it later on because repetition is the key, because sometimes if you go watch videos a little bit over, sometimes the information doesn't hit you right away, then all of a sudden you listen to it later on, it just clicks. And so that's really, really key for me.
So how do we see it again?
It'll be on Time Warner channel, Time Warner Digital channel 991. It'll also be on YouTube on the Springboro Tea Party channel. So just a reminder that Springboro High School is doing some Constitution programs coming up, and the school board is actually getting a lot of flack over it. We actually had some groups actually told Jim Regano that they thought it was unconstitutional for them to have Constitution classes available. Can you believe this? Can you believe this? That's like citing Christians against Christ or something, you know what I'm saying? Okay, real quick, before I introduce my next speaker, I'll talk briefly about nullification. Recently, Lieutenant Governor Mary Taylor was at the Warren County GOP Lincoln Day dinner, and much to our chagrin, she showed up 3.5 hours late, claiming the weather was bad and the traffic was really horrendous, and that may have been the case. However, when she gets up there, she basically propagates herself as a complete anti-Obamacare advocate. 10 minutes into her speech, she basically says that, well, we can't get rid of Obamacare. It's here to stay, so basically get ready to accept it. Right. So in other words, bend over, here it comes. It's just like Animal House. Yes, sir, may I have another? So if she would have stuck around after her speech instead of exiting as fast as she did, I was going to track her down and say, Mrs. Taylor, I have one word for you, and we could take care of Obamacare right now. It's called nullify. Thomas Jefferson and James Madison introduced the Kentucky and Virginia resolutions that basically said that the powers that we give the federal government to bring us certain rules and regulations in, when they start to overstep their bounds, the states take that power back through the 9th and 10th Amendments, and they basically say nullification, the hell with you, we don't recognize it. You're starting to see also a movement going on where people are putting petitions into the White House for secession. Now, this can only work in one of two ways. We've seen what happens before when states try to secede, when President Lincoln basically stated in his own campaign speeches that he was not going to abolish slavery in which the states already have it, but he wasn't going to allow it in states that were going to be coming online. Now, I don't agree with slavery at all, but the thing is, for you to dictate to states what they can and cannot do, it, especially in that time of American history, is unacceptable. South Carolina was very right to secede and to call President Lincoln what he was, a tyrant. The only president to go and invade his own country. And so the other states that followed suit afterwards were right within their states' rights to do so. And then the revisionist history you hear in our classes is that Civil War was all about slavery. No, it was not. It was about states' rights and state sovereignty. You had an industrial North dictating terms to an agrarian South. And they did it for ill intentions and using slavery as a cover story in which to erode their sovereignty. Now, what you're seeing now is petitions possibly going to the White House. Now, this is actually very disturbing for two reasons. One is the fact that these people that have signed these petitions have just put themselves on the NDAA watch list, which is sad because it violates their First Amendment rights to redress of grievances. But we have to do the same thing that John Adams did when we had the Constitution Conventions for the Declaration of Independence, that we must be unanimous in our secession from the Crown and from the federal government. If all 50 states say we secede and we do not recognize the authority of the tyrannical Washington, D.C. government, then we render it superfluous and it's automatically nullified. And if they try to go and bring troops into our states after that, then it's game on. So if they want to get to that point, I guarantee you there are many people who have taken the vow to defend the Constitution within the armed forces that will not comply, that will not raise weapons to our citizens, and tell the federal government where they can go with themselves. Now, I've actually found myself quoting myself and put my own statements on back of business cards because I got tired of repeating them. But I will tell you this. States have rights. Rights which are granted to us within the 9th and 10th Amendments of the Constitution of these United States. And if the federal government refuses to acknowledge those rights, I say we send them our own Declaration of Independent States and we form our own country. If secession comes, I stand with the new Confederacy. I can tell you that sure enough, as Robert E. Lee could not raise his own sword against the sovereign state of Virginia, neither can I against the sovereign state of Ohio. I will stand with my citizenry here in Ohio and tell the federal government where they can go when it comes to stepping on states' rights. As sure as I'm standing here, you can put that where the goats can reach at. I can tell you right now. All right, I'm getting off my soapbox for the moment before I really get fired up.
Give me shelter, don't leave me behind. It's your last life, don't leave me behind. So much pain now, don't leave me alone. Under the cellar door, beneath the floor. I'm losing the air. me enough, but I still want some more. Come on, give me some more. I've got no time for love tonight, because there's someplace else I'd rather be. A higher place in my so-called society. There's red lights in my rearview mirror, and another bridge is burning. There's no turning back, I've reached the point of no return. I've reached the point of no return. I want it all and I want it now. I want my cake and eat it too. I'd like to burn the candle at both ends, it's true. When will it stop? Well, nobody knows. I'm trying to go as fast as I can. There's no end in sight and I want